Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our coverage of the ongoing civil war taking place inside of the former state of Ethiopia. And as of recent, we have heard continued reports about both Oromo Liberation Army activity to the west of Addis Ababa. And in response to this offensive activity by the Oromo Liberation Army, where we're, for the first time in this conflict, really starting to see the OLA threaten some of the main arterial routes, such as the A4 and A5 highway, and specifically the B41 highway connecting the A4 and A5. And as we know, that is situated very close to some key objectives of the Oromo Liberation Army, such as the city of Ambo and Guder. And as we know, the OLA has in fact seized control of areas west of Guder to include Gorfo Mountain to the west of Guder. Now, given that we're starting to see the Oromo Liberation Army maneuver closer and closer to Addis Ababa, again also known as Finfinne, we're starting to see the Abiy loyalist formations become more proactive in some of their counter-offensive operations against the Oromo Liberation Army, really out of necessity, because the Oromo Liberation Army is cutting off some of these main arterial routes into the capital. So we're starting to see the Abiy loyalist formations start to deploy elements of some of its more elite regime security elements, such as the Republican Guard, that have always maintained a very large force construct near Addis Ababa, and some of its more elite and more well-prepared ENDF forces, the actual federal Ethiopian federal forces that also exist near Addis Ababa. Some of the supporting forces continue to be the Oromia regional forces, but we're also seeing Amhara regional forces, and we're also seeing Somali regional forces as well being deployed into the Oromia region. And the whole concept of this counter operation by the Abiy loyalist is to prevent the Oromo Liberation Army from choking off Addis Ababa, which right now they appear to be effectively doing. And that is why we are seeing this most recent operation by the Abiy loyalist formations directed down the A4, A5, and towards the B41 connection routes to the A4 and A5 main highways. We've also received reports that the Oromo Liberation Army has directly engaged and, in fact, destroyed some elements of the Republican Guards in engagements to the west of Addis Ababa along the A4 and A5 highway. It would appear that the Abiy loyalist government is very much concerned about the success the OLA, the Oromo Liberation Army, has obtained in its operation, in its ongoing operations, focused on Ambo and cutting off A4 and A5 highways west of Addis Ababa. So we understand the situation right now is very much critical for the Abiy loyalist formations to attempt to dislodge the Oromo Liberation Army from these areas that are preventing supplies and movements down A4 and A5 highway. So we'll have to continue to watch this and see what's happening. There sounds like there's some pretty vicious fighting taking place, especially west of the capital, and again towards Guder and Ambo. As we know, the OLA is operating with a focused operational plan to seize control of Ambo and other areas as well to the south of Ambo, specifically along the A5 highway. But that is the news for today. We're continuing to watch the battles that are taking place between the Abiy loyalist formations and the OLA as it continues to move towards Addis Ababa. Have a good day, everybody. More to come. Thanks for joining us.